welcome to DigiLEAD TV. Appreciate you guys being here. Just got our first episode aired actually today. We're shooting a week in advance, so I appreciate everybody that's been on and watched our first episode. Obviously, we're pretty new at this. We're getting better. I know we are. We got to get some of the bugs worked out. My name is Ken Walls. I'm the CEO and the founder of Client Solution Innovations. A little bit about us: we do website development. We have partners for apps and stuff across the country. We do SEO. We do Facebook marketing. We're marketing partners with Facebook. We're partners with Google. So we do a whole array of things that help businesses grow online, as well as some offline stuff. We've actually developed some like the booths for trade shows. We've designed some of those. We've done a lot of different things when it comes to graphic arts and design and stuff like that. So, I want to tell a little bit about where this all started for me. As just a quick touch on it. I started messing around with computers when I was literally 11 years old. It was about it was a while ago. We'll just leave it at that. I'm 47 now, so I've been messing. My first computer was a Commodore 64C. Learned how to write basic code, basic programming language way back then, and I'm still learning every single day on how to improve, make things better as far as programming and design and code and stuff. I have an unbelievable team that I work with every single day here in my office. I'm very, very blessed, very, very grateful for where we are. So, when I first got started, though, back in around about 1994, I was a dealer for DirecTV and also did home security systems. And I developed one of the very first DirecTV websites in the entire world, actually. It was back when there was an HTML coding program called Hot Dog, and then there were some other HTML coding programs out there. But you build a website from the ground up, and you design the graphics and you put them in place. And there was just a lot that went into it. It certainly wasn't as simple as some of the stuff is today. Although some of the stuff we do today is way more advanced, obviously, than it was back then. So I've been doing this for quite a while. Excuse me. And so where the internet was in 1994 was just getting started. I mean, it was still in a fairly infancy stage. I guess the government's been using it for military comm for a long time, but as far as being available to the general public, it was still in its infancy stage. So, back then nobody really, even in '94, the internet was there. If you had a 56K connection with a phone line, you were very, very fortunate. So. The internet has come a very, very long way since then, and in 2002, when I started doing the stuff that we do now, even then, Google was still very young. People were using search engines like Alta Vista and AOL and companies like that. And some of those companies, CompuServe, those companies are gone now, and they've been replaced by bigger, faster, companies that are like GoDaddy is humongous company. I think I've heard, I don't know if it's an accurate statistic, but somewhere I heard that on average there is a domain registered every second or every 2 seconds on GoDaddy. So there's some monster companies out there that do a great job at some of the stuff now, and so the internet it's literally evolved, and every single day it continues to evolve and keeps growing into this massive thing that people are really trying to untangle and figure out how to make their business grow and really utilize what's out there on the internet to make their business grow. You know, one example of watching an industry be replaced by the internet, one perfect example is, you know, the phone book, the yellow pages and the yellow book, and, you know, they're still out there. They dropped, as a matter of fact, they dropped one off, or a few of them off here to our offices the other day, and it was a tiny little thin, and I'm like, what in the world? I mean, I can remember when the yellow pages was, you know, 3 inches thick, and everybody and their uncle was spending, you know, I remember a client I had, a dentist that was spending $4,000 or $5,000 a month to run a full page ad with his picture in there, and he was like, when I met him, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, how in the world does anybody afford to do that? That's insane. You know, well now, I mean, it was just a few years ago I saw on the Today Show, or one of those shows, Matt Lauer, somebody said, you know, they had it was the end of the year, that year, and they had all these things sitting up that had been, you know, from the past, you know. They said the things that have gone away as of the end of this year, and they had the yellow pages sitting there. And I remember, I believe it was Matt Lauer that said, you know, hey, look, we call this Google now, you know. And yeah, there's other search engines out there. There's Yahoo, there's Bing, but I mean, the bottom line is most everything in the search world is controlled by Google now. So, you know, even companies like AOL, some other companies out there are using the backdoor code to bring in their search results from Google. And, you know, and again, there's other search engines out there. There's a lot of things that are happening out here on the internet that we can untangle for you and help you get through. So listen, we're going to be right back after this break. We're going to come back and help you untangle this stuff. Stay with us. Hey, welcome back. Listen, I appreciate you guys staying with me here. I want to talk a little bit about internet usage. You know, I've been lucky enough to be in front of a lot of people talking about their website and SEO and marketing and all of that stuff. And it amazes me how many people actually still don't think that the internet is a good place to market their business, that's not the best place to invest their money to get the best return. It literally amazes me. So, you know, to back that up, we have some data that's it's really surprising. So, you know, the definition, you look up the word internet, the definition is the global communication network excuse me, that allows almost all computers worldwide to connect and exchange information. Okay? So when you're exchanging information, it's like me doing this show. I want to exchange valuable information with you so the audience, you get something out of this and you're like, okay, I got that one thing that can help me grow my business or help me change my life or blow up, you know, in a lot of cases. So, you know, some statistics around the world, 40% of the world population has an internet connection today. Only 40% of the entire world. In 1995, it was less than 1%. In 95, less than 1% of the entire world had an internet connection. That's crazy. Think about that. Globally, with about 7 billion people, only 40% of those 7 billion still, only 40% have an internet connection. 60%-ish, somewhere in there, 60% do not have an internet connection. It's unbelievable. The United States, Germany, France, UK, and Canada have the highest penetration of usage by population. Over 80% of the population in these countries has an internet connection. In the United States alone, there are 279,834,000 and some change internet users. That's about 87% of the entire United States currently has an internet connection, the population in the U.S. So what's that mean to you? What's that mean to you as a business owner? You know, the statistics, and we have a graph, a chart here that we're gonna actually go to a screenshot here and show this chart, the number of the global users by the millions, and if you look at this chart as we're showing you here, look at the takeaway from this chart is that there are more people accessing the internet via a mobile device than a desktop computer. So when you really think about, like, okay, here we are in 2015, 2016 is right around the corner. I was on a I'm not gonna I was on I saw somebody from a Power Players. I'm not gonna mention their name, but they're a heavy hitter, and I went to their website, and it's not mobile friendly. And I'm thinking, man, this is a very, very big heavy hitter who doesn't even have a mobile optimized, mobile friendly website. So, think about when you get on a website and it's not mobile friendly, and you have to pinch to zoom in, and then God forbid you click something that has one of those little JavaScript drop down menus, and you're on your iPhone or your Android, and you click it and you go to, and it disappears, and oh my, it's frustrating. People get really upset about that, and so if you're going to have a website, if you're going to be one of the 80, what was the statistic I said, 86.75% of the people out there with an internet connection, you want to go find a website, you're going to go find this website when you're looking for something, you want it to be mobile friendly, because 70-80% of us are using a mobile device to access the internet. We're going out and we're looking at these websites from a mobile device, a mobile phone, a tablet, from all of these different things that we're using now to connect to these websites and find the information we're looking for. And so many people don't have a mobile website, which is insane. So back just a few months ago, actually in April of this year, Google's no different than me or any other business owner, you or anyone. They want repeat customers. They want people to keep coming back. They want to be what they're already known for, and that is the 8,000-pound gorilla in the search industry. They want people to go, hey, you know what? Whenever I think about searching something, I'm going to use Google. I've never heard anybody say, you know what, I'm going to go, I'll tell you what, I'm going to Yahoo that. No, people don't say that. They don't say, I'm going to Bing it. They say, I'm going to go Google that. It's literally a verb. And so when people are out there, they're using Google. Google wants to make sure that they continue coming back. They want to make sure that when you or me or anybody searches for something, that they're providing their users with an amazing experience, that the results are always going to be what the user wants, right? So what they're going to do, what they did back in April of this year, is they said, look, we're going to penalize you if you don't have a mobile-friendly website. It's that simple. They now have an initiative where it's part of the algorithm. If your website is not mobile-friendly, I saw it happen. I saw people that were ranked number 1, number 2, number 3 in Google for their keyword phrases of their industry, and the algorithm change happened in April of this year for the mobile-friendly part, and boom, they were penalized and they dropped to number 10. They went off of page 1, they went to page 2 or 3. It happens, it's happening every day, and it's happening faster and faster as the algorithm gets stronger and stronger. Remember, Google changes the algorithm about 500 times per year, okay? They change it around 500 times a year, and they have some major changes at least once or twice a year. This one major change the last one was in April. So, and there's some other ones that we'll talk about I don't know about in this episode, but there are some other changes that happened in the last couple of years that with Google that literally just, it slaughtered a lot of people. A lot of people were doing things on the wrong way, and that's called gray hat and black hat SEO. A lot of companies were out there doing this stuff and trying to get tricky, trying to trick Google. Go look at you can look up you can Google JCPenney gets blacklisted from Google. Google that and read all about that with a big company like them. So Listen, I'm going to go through a lot of this, untangle some more. Stay with us. We'll be right back. I appreciate you. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to DigiLEAD TV. I'm Ken Walls, CEO and founder of Client Solution Innovations. By the way, you can check us out at www. You don't have to use the www, however, but clientsi.com. And you can find us on Twitter, Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. And my email address, you're always welcome to shoot me an email, is Ken, K-E-N, at clientsi.com. Okay, so be sure to reach out to us. And this part of the show, I want to talk about, the primary elements of the internet, the World Wide Web, and how it relates to a business, how, used properly and in conjunction with each other. All of these things can impact your bottom line. Okay, first let's talk about a website. And I've always been, I've been very, very particular about how the websites look that we do as a company, some of the activity, some of the things that the website does, because people as human beings, we think in pictures. We don't think in words, right? So if I say the word stop sign, immediately you thought of the picture of an octagonal red thing that has the word stop on it. You pictured that, right? You did not think of the word stop sign. So, we think in pictures, not in words. So graphically, it's always important to me that when somebody lands on my website or one of the sites for a client, it's important that it really pops, that it leaves an impression that they get it, what it's about immediately. Like, what's this about? I've seen people say, man, that's not who I am. My website, that's not reflecting who I am. That's not my, or I've sat and met with clients. I'm like, dude, like, your personality is freaking awesome, and your website makes me want to fall asleep, man. So you've got to make your website graphically. It's just got to pop. It's got to state who you are right up front. So when somebody lands on it, they get it. They get you, they get your business, they just get it, and you keep them there, okay? So, people are using websites as a research tool, a communication channel. We have live chat on our website, and we get a lot of people that jump on our site, and then a little box pops up and somebody's on there and they start chatting with you, and it's really a live person sitting here in my office that's chatting with you. It's freaking fantastic, okay? So people are using it as that, or to shoot an email or find an address or whatever. We use it as a marketing tool. Websites are used to market. Today, the Yellow Pages is almost extinct. If you're not using your website to market and changing it and keeping it up to date, you are missing out on the greatest opportunity ever in the history of mankind to really make an impact, to pull in new business and grow your business and explode it. And as far as commerce is concerned, I mean, I had somebody in my office recently that said, they didn't even have an Amazon account. And I said, what? Who doesn't have an Amazon account? They're like, I'm old school. I don't know. Is it trustworthy? I'm like, yeah, it's trustworthy, man. I mean, we're all protected. You have your Visa card, MasterCard, you're protected. I mean, there's all kinds of online security fraud protection now. So, we've got to use the tools that we have available. So, when you're talking about Amazon, you're talking about the commerce sites, you're talking about, you have a product, you have a service. There are a lot of people out there that do not want to get off the couch, that don't want to leave their house. They don't have time to get away from their business or their office to go to the mall and do their shopping and do their Christmas shopping and all of that. And, if you have a product and you're not selling it on a website, man, again, you're missing out on tremendous opportunities. So websites are being used for every single aspect of business today. And you have to make sure that you're utilizing all of those. Search engine optimization, let's talk about that. That's a big buzzword now, and it has been for a while. SEO. I've been doing search engine optimization since 2002 professionally. And quite frankly, I've seen a lot of people come and go in the industry. And 2 years ago, Google had a couple of really, really big algorithm changes. And I watched about 70% of my competition globally go under because they were doing it wrong. So there's a lot of things, and there's actually, if you go to my website, I have a free ebook on there. It's called Basic SEO, well, there's some advanced SEO techniques on there. Go to clientsi.com and you can get a free copy of the ebook, or call here to the office and you can ask for Amber, or ask for me, or ask for somebody here, and we can make sure that if you have any trouble getting that off of the website, we can make sure that we send you one out. So, when it comes to search engine, there's search engine optimization, and that's to get in the organic listings or in the map listings, which a lot of people are now trying to use the buzzword of local SEO, which is putting you in the maps and giving you a good local listing, which again all goes back to organic SEO and doing things right. And then there's the paid search, the pay-per-click, a lot of people call it, or SEM, search engine marketing. That's out there too, and there's a lot. Some of the things that and I'm partners with Google for that. I can manage, and I do manage some SEM accounts, some search engine marketing accounts. But some of the stuff that's out there right now, the bottom line is yes, pay-per-click works, and it works very, very well. However, with the Google pay-per-click stuff, it's unbelievably expensive in some areas. Not all, but I know people in the legal field and in law firms that are spending, $15, $18, $20, $25, $30 a click in some cases for one of their keyword search phrases. And I don't know about you, and I know these people, and they've told me what kind of money they're dropping on, and it's insane what you can end up spending on pay-per-click. So obviously organic, since 95% of us go right past it. Think about that. When you do a Google search, do you stop and look at the ads and then go, oh, that's what it's rare. It's the only time that I click on an ad is if it's a big company that I was looking for and I'm trying to call their local store or something, then you might click on one of the ads. But most of the time, people, for whatever reason, don't trust the ads as much as they trust the organic results. So, getting to the top of Google organically for your industry, everybody's clamoring to do it. Everybody's clamoring to get there. Everybody's trying to get there. And guess what? Everybody has heard a line of crap from somebody that said they were going to get them there that never did. I have these conversations every day. There's some newer techniques that we implement now, called siloing, which is basically siloing is a way to structure the content on a website so that when Google search engine spiders, the crawlers, hit the website, they understand what that website's about, what the message is, and how to rank it organically for the keyword phrase. So the easiest way, if you go to YouTube and you look up siloing, which is SILOING, of a website, there's a jelly bean example they give. And the best way to describe it is if, most websites are built with the URLs, the content, and everything. It's just kind of like, blah, there's everything. There's all my content, and just put it on my site and let's make it happen, right? So, but what people don't think about is, you take all of this content and you just throw it on your website, and then you expect Google to be able to figure it out. And then a year or two go by and you're nowhere to be found in Google still, and you're like, I don't get it. Why can't anybody find me? I've been up in Google for a long time. I went to Google Webmaster Tools. I did all of these things, and it's just not working. I guess SEO doesn't work, when in fact that's not the case. Or I had a backlink from, Fox News or CNN or from one of these big sites out there. I did a press release, and PR Web did a nice link to my site, and I never got anything. I'm still on page 400, and I can't figure out why. And the reason is your content It's like taking a jar of multicolored jelly beans and you've just dumped the whole website right there on the table, right? So you got this mixture of all this stuff, bad URLs, the content's all mixed up in different pages and different things. Nothing's interlinked. Nothing's linked out to other pages. There's no metadata. There's all of these different things that can occur. When Google gets there, it's not their job to try to disseminate through all of your bad information. They go there, it's a computer program that has a lot of different facts, thousands and thousands of factors that it takes into consideration, and it goes there, it crawls your website, looks at everything, and if it can't figure it out, it's not going to rank you, period. Okay, so one of the things we do is we make sure that your content and your pages and everything is structured so each jelly bean, for a lack of better words, is in its own like silo. So it's all separate. So if you're trying to be found for real estate attorney Columbus, Ohio, then all of that content is in one silo. Or you're trying to be found for hair salon Miami, Florida. It's all in its own silo. Or you want to be found for wedding DJ in Houston, Texas. It's all in its own silo. So each single content is like a separate colored jelly bean that goes in its own silo. Google gets there, they read all of this information. I mean, there literally is a science that goes into doing this right, okay? So they go in there and they read all this information. They're like, okay, we get it. Boom, you go to the top of Google. And it's not quite that simple, but it is that simple in some cases. So, I've had clients where we went in and they worked for years trying to figure out, okay, how in the world am I going to, I've spent all this money, I paid this guy, I did this, I did that, and my site won't get ranked. And we go in there and we literally go in and we structure everything the exact way it's supposed to be. We build a new website in a lot of cases, structure it all properly. We do all the proper meta tagging and do all the metadata the proper way, and boom, they pop right up to the top of Google. Okay, and we actually have on our website under testimonials, you'll see some videos, you'll see some people that are unbelievably happy with that because that's the way it works. So, be very, very careful with who you're hiring to do SEO and stuff, because there's still a lot of people out there in India and Pakistan and all these other countries all over the world who are, and here in the US, who are still trying to implement a get-rich-quick scheme, and we call that black hat, okay? What they do is they build all these backlinks from all over the world, all these different websites, and they send them all to your website domain, and for a short minute, Google may see that and they'll go, oh my God, this is a really popular website, boom, you're at the top of Google. But then after 3 months, you get blacklisted. You're completely gone from the index of Google, and you sit there and you go, what happened? I spent all this time and money and now I'm completely gone. What happened? And what happened is whoever was doing the SEO, they were doing it the wrong way. So you have to be very, very careful with who you're hiring and ask questions like, hey, what do you do to get it there? What are you guys doing? How do you do it? What results have you gotten for other clients? You've got to ask those questions. Ask them to show you data to prove that they know what they're doing, okay? So now, there's a lot more stuff, social media, online marketing, there's a lot more stuff that you can be doing. The social media footprint is unbelievably important. Google wants to also see that you're using Google Plus, that you're using Facebook, that you're using Twitter. Google Plus is huge, okay? Don't write it off. You want to be at the top of Google, you better use Google's products, okay? And I have a little question, a little test for you. You've got Google is the largest search engine in the world, right? What's the second largest search engine? Think about it for a minute. Yell out your answer. Yell out your answer. Ready? It's YouTube. Everybody always says Bing or Yahoo. It's not Bing or Yahoo. The second largest search engine in the world is YouTube. People are going to YouTube more and more and more. I already told you go to YouTube and look up siloing and jelly bean siloing, And so, you know, there's all kinds of stuff out there that you need to be using. All of the social media stuff, all of the Facebook ads are crazy. You know, we're gonna throw a screenshot up of a Facebook ad, some of the stuff, the graphics that will show you how the Facebook stuff. If you're doing the Facebook marketing right, you're doing the Facebook ads right, you're doing all of this stuff the right way, you have a chance at untangling the World Wide Web and putting all of these elements in parallels to work for you and your business and literally helping you explode your company. So look, if you have questions, if you have thoughts, if you have anything that you need help with, feel free to reach out to me here at my email is ken@clientsi.com. My website address is clientsi.com. I'm on Twitter. Our company's on Twitter. I'm on Twitter at CEO_CSI, and our company Twitter account is CSI Tweet, I think. Yeah, CSI Tweet, singular. And then, you know, we're everywhere out there. So I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate everything that all of the. I've got some great feedback from people for some other topics. So you know, the next episode is you know how to have a website that's going to get you results. Okay, how to really mind your business. How to make sure your website's going to pull in results for you. So listen, for now, we're going to go. I appreciate you guys being here and watching our second episode of DigiLEAD TV here on Grant Cardone TV. Again, you can reach me, ken@clientsi.com, or you can reach out to me on Twitter, which is my Twitter handle is CEO_CSI. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Have an awesome day.